Welcome to the Weekly Report. The Marikana Massacre has sparked several key uprisings in South Africa, showing the violent inequality in the country. It's 9 years since 44 mine workers were gunned down by police at Lonmin Platinum Mine, but the workers' struggle continues. They may have achieved their goal of a living wage, but the victims' families have lost their sole breadwinners. Government, meanwhile, insists that it is doing its part to ensure that just reparations are paid to the victims and their families. It has given about 97 million rand to 253 claimants.
Where is the justice when we learn that in the last year, the Marikana mine, now owned by Sibanye-Stillwater, has doubled their value when the people around Marikana still live in abject poverty, still live in squalor.
Scholar activist Dr. Ngwanya notes that the poor and disenfranchised must unify to fight the oppression of capitalism.
As Karl Marx said, the revolutionary subject is the working class, those who suffer, those who produce. And indeed, that is happening.
Eskom's cutting of electricity to legally connected customers can never be justified. This as Khayelitsha residents had to contend with the utility's so-called load reduction during the nighttime peak. The Khayelitsha Development Forum says it pains them how policymakers simply arrive at desktop decisions. The price of potatoes could increase in the coming weeks after the northern parts of the country experienced cold temperatures. Frost in Limpopo has already pushed up the price of tomatoes, spinach and peppers by at least 20%. Only time will tell whether the Taliban militant group has really changed as it's back in power in Afghanistan after the US occupation forces abruptly withdrew, ending their futile 2 decades-long war in the country. The Taliban has promised to respect women's rights and not allow the country to be used by terrorists. Almost 200,000 meals have been distributed across the country as part of Muslims for Humanity's Ashura feeding initiative. In the Western Cape, donations from Radio 786 listeners saw 105 pots being cooked. Hunger has been exacerbated by the COVID-19 pandemic. And that's it for the Weekly Report. Until next time.